If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At the UPS store, we know things can get busy this upcoming holiday. You can count on us to be open and ready to help with any packing and shipping or anything else you might need.
Is there anything you can't do?
Actually, I don't have a good singing voice. The UPS... Nope. But our certified packing experts can pack and ship just about anything.
At least that's good.
The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. Come in today to get your holiday goodies there on time.
Well, hello. Come right in. Oh, George, we've got company.
This is Bill Goodwin speaking for Lever Brothers, makers of Swan, the new white floating soap that's pure as fine castile. Well, it's Tuesday night again, time for another pleasant visit with George Burns and Gracie Allen, our guest, Kay Kaiser, Jimmy Cash, the Swantet, and Felix Mills and his orchestra. And now meet the people who live in the Burns house, George and Gracie. Well, it's afternoon, and George, on his way home from the office, is just stopping in at the corner cigar store.
Oh, good afternoon, Mr. Burns.
Hello, Stanley. Let me have a box of Perfecto Royales, please.
A whole box, Mr. Burns?
Yeah? How much will that be?
Well, let's see. 50 Perfecto Royales plus federal tax plus sales tax. That brings it up to exactly 79 cents.
Okay, wrap it up. I want to have them around the house for the holiday.
I see.
I expect a lot of people to drop over.
They certainly will if they smoke those.
Stanley, I happen to like these cigars.
Good evening, Stanley. Well, hello there, George.
Okay, Kaiser. Hello, Kay.
Can I get something for you, Mr. Kaiser?
Yes, Stanley. Wrap up a couple of cartons, please.
2 cartons of what?
Are you kidding?
Oh, George, let's come over me, and I hear your program every week. I'll get them right away.
Say, speaking of your program, Kay, I suppose you're always on the lookout for new talent, like a sensational male singer, for example?
Why, sure, George. If I found a new singer, I'd sign him right now.
Well, Kay, I've got just the voice for you.
I'd like to hear it sometime. Like Jackie Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, and I don't care.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Here are your packages.
Thanks. Well, so long, George. Have that new singer of yours. Give me a call sometime.
Oh, sure.
I'm glad you're home early, Judge. I want you to look over my Christmas list.
Okay, I hope you kept it short.
Oh, I did. We're only getting presents for a very few intimate friends. People we're obligated to, like Mr. Galen, Mr. Davis, Mr. Harris, Mr. Casey,
Wait a
Mr.
minute.
Fitzroy.
I don't know half these people. Casey? Fitzroy?
Why, darling, Mr. Fitzroy is the man who got us that 20 pounds of butter.
We've got 20 pounds of butter?
Sure.
Well, why don't you ever put some on the table?
All right, I will. Which do you like best, apple or peanut?
Yeah, some obligation. And what did Casey do for us?
Oh, he sent over the suspenders for you to wear tomorrow.
Suspenders?
Mm-hmm. Isn't tomorrow the day you pay your income tax?
Yes. Why do I need suspenders?
Well, didn't you say that after you pay your tax, you'd be caught with your pants?
Never mind. Gracie, this list is a mile long.
Well, they're people we're obligated to.
We're also obligated to the United States Army, but we can't buy 8 million soldiers Christmas presents. Say, wait a minute. There is a way we can give every soldier a present and every sailor and every Marine.
long.
I mean, we can do it by making all our Christmas presents war bonds and stamps. Because every time you give someone a bond or a stamp, you're buying guns and bullets for our fighting men.
But, George, I had planned to give Mama a fancy negligee so she'd look attractive to Papa in the mornings.
Instead of a negligee, we'll have to give your Mama a war bond.
All right. But that's going to leave an awful lot of Mama uncovered.
Honey, we won't give her the bond to wear. It's to keep.
Oh.
The government calls bonds the investment with a future, and they're right. Every bond you buy brings the end of the war a little nearer. It brings the real old-fashioned Merry Christmas nearer, too, with all the boys back home again.
Oh, well, that settles it. We're giving war bonds and stamps.
Atta girl.
But there is one present I'd like to get for my girlfriend, Tootsie Sagwell. But they're scarce as the dickens. The government's using all the good ones.
What is it?
A man.
You want to give Tootsie a man for Christmas?
Well, why not? They're no scarcer than Kleenex, and they last much longer.
Gracie, when are you going to stop trying to find...
Come in.
Hiya, folks.
Hello, Bill.
Oh, Bill, you always come in just at the right time.
I do?
Yes. Bill, on Christmas morning, how would you like to be found under Tootsie Sagwell's tree?
Unconscious.
Bill, please be Tootsie's Christmas present.
Oh, I can't, Gracie. Really, it'd confuse everybody. People would see me with Tootsie, and they'd say, look at that fickle Bill Goodwin. Thought he was crazy about Swan, and now he gets himself a crow.
Any minute now he's going to burst into suds.
Well, gee, I don't want people to forget that I represent Swan, that ever love a new white floating soap that's 4 swell soaps in one.
There he goes, a mass of quivering bubbles.
Oh, Bill, if you marry Tootsie just this once, I'll never ask you to do it again.
Oh, now, Gracie, please, let's face it. That dame has got a pan that could only look good filled with dishes and Swan suds.
Well, could you suggest some man who might marry Tootsie?
Well, let's see. Yes, I know a man who'll marry Tootsie. Fred Beck.
Fred Beck? Oh, where can I find him?
Down at the courthouse. He's the justice of the peace, and he'll marry Tootsie for $2.
Gracie, forget this crazy idea of giving Tootsie a man for Christmas. You couldn't find her a man at Camp Roberts.
I know. Tootsie shopped there all last week.
No luck, huh?
No. The soldiers all had guns.
Now, listen, Gracie, I'm putting my foot down. If you bother one more man trying to get Tootsie married, I'm going to stop your allowance. Do you understand?
Stop my allowance?
Yes, stop. Come in.
Here, George. Take it quick.
Oh, hello, Kay. What's this?
Your cigars. Stanley got our packages mixed up.
Oh.
Yeah, when I unwrapped the package, all the neighbors started phoning in to get my recipe for southern fried cabbage.
Kay, Perfecto Royales happen to be a very...
George.
Oh, excuse me, darling. I'd like you to meet Kay Kaiser. Kay, this is Mrs. Burns.
Well, evening, Miss Burns. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, ma'am.
Oh, that wonderful accent.
Oh, thank you.
Are you from the same part of Francis Charles Boyer?
Mrs. Burns, I'm a native from North Carolina, born and raised there.
Well, I'll get you cigarettes, Kay. Excuse me for a moment.
I'll bet your wife was angry when you smelled up the house with George's cigars.
I haven't got a wife.
You haven't?
No, ma'am. I'm a bachelor.
Well, here goes my allowance.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. Mr. Kaiser, how would you like to have dinner with us tonight?
Well, that's very nice of you.
Oh, wonderful. Be here at 7.
All right. Is it formal?
Oh, no. Just wear a green shirt and a red tie and put a little tinsel in your lapel.
Gee. What do you want me to look like, a Christmas present?
You professors are so smart.
From the top of the current hit parade, Paper Doll, sung by our popular young tenor, Jimmy Cash, with the Quantet. James?
I guess I've had $1 million or more. I guess I've played the doll game more and more. I just quarreled with Sue. That's why I'm blue. She's gone away and left me just like all dogs do. I'll tell you, boys, it's tough to be alone. And it's tough to love a doll that's not your own. I'm through with all of them. I'll never fall again, 'cause this is what I'll do. I'm gonna buy a paper doll that I can call my own, a doll that other fellows cannot steal. And then the flirty, flirty guys with their flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl. He's gonna buy a paper doll that he can call his own, a dolly that we fellows cannot steal. And then we flirty, flirty guys with our flirty, flirty eyes will have to flirt with dollies, dollies that are real. When I come home at night, she will be waiting, waiting. She'll be the truest doll in all this world. I'd rather have a paper doll to call my own than have a fickle-minded real-life girl.
Well, Gracie got George out of the house and immediately called Tootsie Sagwell over to tell her that her Christmas present will be Kay Kaiser.
Oh, Gracie, I'm so thrilled. Mr. Kaiser is such a cute little fella.
Yes. And a husband is such a practical gift, Tootsie. They wear well. George is certainly one, and everybody says he looks it.
You know, maybe I'd appeal to Mr. Kaiser more if I were a Southern girl.
Hey, that's a good idea. First, we'll change your name. Well, Sagwell is all right, but you should have a real Southern first name like Lulabelle or Ella May or Stonewall.
How about Scarlet?
Scarlet Sagwell. No. That would only fit you if you had red hair.
Well, let's use a name that does match my hair.
Oh, Tootsie, how would that sound? Rainbow Sagwell.
You're right, Gracie. But say, suppose Mr. Kaiser asks me something about the South that I can't answer.
Oh, well, that's easy. Just tap him on the head with your parasol and say, fetch me a julep.
All right. Oh, what sort of dress should I wear?
Naturally, you're a Southern belle.
Gee, my only cotton dress is full of holes.
Well, that's wonderful. You can tell him that the boll weevils followed you to California.
That makes me sound alluring.
Well, sure. There's one thing I better warn you about, though, Tootsie. Don't be too rough with Mr. Kaiser. He's George's type, you know, frail but cuddly.
George's type?
Well, don't sound so sad. There's nothing wrong with George's type. He's adorable.
Well...
And so is Mr. Kaiser. My goodness, when you go to a zoo, do you always look at the gorilla? The little monkeys are cuter and no more tricks.
Oh, well, I'm not complaining, Grace.
Oh, look. Here comes Mr. Kaiser up the walk now.
Oh, good. I'll run out on the porch and carry him across the threshold.
Oh, Tootsie. You mustn't meet him until after I get him in a marrying mood. Now, hurry out the back way and come back after dinner.
All right, Gracie, I'll be here.
Come in.
Well, evening, Miss Burns. I hope I'm not too early.
Oh, no, Mr. Kaiser. I'm glad you came early. I want to talk to you.
Oh, you do?
Yes. You know, ever since we met this afternoon, I've been worrying about you. You poor, miserable little thing.
What?
You must be so lonely without a wife.
Oh, that.
Yes. Married life is beautiful. Why, just seeing George in the morning standing there in front of the mirror in his pajamas stretching and scratching himself. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I think I'd get a laugh out of that myself.
Oh, Mr. Kaiser, marriage is wonderful. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I sit up in bed frightened by a sudden noise. And then I see George lying there with his little rosebud mouth open, and I'm not afraid.
You're not?
No. Just turn him over on his stomach and the noise stops.
Well, you make marriage sound mighty attractive.
Oh, it's wonderful. And you love the girl I have picked out for you.
Well, you're certainly a fast worker. Who is she?
Oh, she's a Southern girl. Lulu Sagwell.
Oh, Southern. Lulabelle Sagwell. Is she pretty? Or is it silly to ask that?
It's silly.
Hey, tell me what she looks like.
She's a wonderful cook.
But what does she look like?
She cooks all those Southern dishes.
Has she got a nice figure?
Where do you see those spare
But what does Lulabelle look like?
Oh, hello, Kay. I'm sorry I'm late getting here.
Oh, that's all right, George. Your wife's been telling me about Lulabelle.
Lulabelle? Gracie, who's Lulabelle?
George, may I speak to you alone for a moment? Excuse us, Mr. Kaiser.
Certainly.
The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy-fi series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
George, you almost spoiled everything.
Why? Who's Lulabelle?
She's a dog who needs a home.
Oh, a dog.
Yes, and I want Mr. Kaiser to take her, but she's not a thoroughbred, and I didn't want him to find out.
I see. What sort of a dog is she?
Oh, big and shaggy, but very smart and affectionate.
Well, I think Kay would be glad to get her.
Well, I do, too. Now, darling, I have to get dinner on the table, so you entertain Mr. Kaiser.
All right, dear. Sorry we walked out on you that way, Kay.
Oh, that's all right. Did Miss Burns tell you about Lulabelle?
Yeah, and you'll love her. The big ones are more company for a man.
Oh, you mean Lulabelle is kind of hefty?
Yeah, but I wouldn't worry about her eating a lot. Horse meat is cheap.
Horse meat? Gee, I couldn't feed her that stuff.
Well, why not? Pretty dumb, Kay. Just boil the horse meat and they never know the difference.
You're a shrewd man, George.
Lulabelle sounds great to me. I've always liked them with long hair.
Yeah, me too. I bet it'll look mighty nice on the pillow when we wake up in the morning.
You're gonna let her sleep in bed?
Well, it's customary, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's all a matter of taste.
Well, I am the affectionate type, you know.
Well, so is Lulabelle. You'll get along swell, Kay. When you come home at night, you can pat her on the head and she'll stick her cold nose in your hand.
Well, if that's all, we won't be together long.
That's not all. You can take her out for a walk every morning and every night.
Well, that's not bad, but what appeals to me is getting up in the morning and finding that Lulabelle has my breakfast all ready for me.
That's expecting too much. Of course, you might teach her to bring in the morning paper.
You know, George, she doesn't sound like the brightest female in the world.
Oh, you'll love her, Kay. In fact, I'll make you a proposition.
What, Joy?
You take Lulabelle for a couple of weeks, and if you don't like her, I'll take her.
Huh?
Well, boys, dinner is ready. Come on in and sit down.
Gee, I wish Lulabelle could be sitting at the table with her.
Well, if she was here, she'd be under the table.
Oh, she likes to take a little nip, huh?
Well, of course, Kay. All right.
Oh, well, that's enough, boys. There'll be no talk about Lulabelle during dinner.
All right.
All right.
Time for Felix Mills and his orchestra. Tonight, Felix looks back many pages in the album of favorites for The Girlfriend. Remember? Well, the Burnses and their guest, Jay Kaiser, have just finished dinner, and Gracie expects Tootsie to arrive any minute.
Oh, you sure have got a nice place here, George. Real homey. Plenty of books, picture of your wife on the piano, picture of you on the desk.
Oh, that's not me. That's Gracie's girlfriend, Tootsie.
Who?
Oh, my girlfriend. How do you like it?
Well, Miss Burns, in my day, I paid lots of compliments to lots of girls. But right now, I'm going to cut loose with the biggest compliment of my career.
Good.
I'm going to say that girl is unattractive.
Brother, that's real flattery. How about a cigar, Kay?
Oh, no, thanks, George. I only have two hands, one to hold a cigar and one to strike the match.
Well?
Well, who's going to hold my nose?
Okay, if that's the way you feel, I'll go in the den and smoke my cigar.
Oh, here, Judge. Take another one with you.
I only smoke one after dinner.
Well, I know, but you can use the other one to plug up the keyhole.
You people just don't appreciate the finer things.
Mr. Kaiser, you were only fooling about Tootsie's picture, weren't you? She's really cute, huh?
No, Miss Burns. She'll never look good to me. Not as long as I got my glasses on.
Your glasses?
Mm-hmm. I'm blind as a bat without them.
Oh, really?
I can't see a thing. One time down home, I got in big trouble. I lost my glasses on Election Day and marked a Republican ballot.
So, you can't see without your glasses.
No, ma'am.
Oh, look, they've got a spot of gravy on them. Here, give them here and I'll wipe them off.
Oh, no, I can do it.
No, not me. You're my guest. There's my gravy.
All right, well, here you are.
Now you can't see, huh?
That's right.
I'll bet you can. How many things am I holding up?
Where are you? Come on, give me back my glasses
But,
now.
Mr. Kaiser, Lulabelle will be here in a minute, and I want her to see those great, big, beautiful blue eyes of yours naked.
Oh, but I can't see. I can't see.
Pardon me, Mr. Kaiser.
Is he here, Gracie? Is my little Christmas bundle here?
Oh, yes, and I fixed everything. He can't see a thing without his glasses, and I've hidden them.
Oh, how wonderful. A little like shooting fish in a barrel, but wonderful.
Now, come on, and don't forget that you're a Southern belle. Oh, Mr. Kaiser, I'd like you to meet my little friend, Lulabelle.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Lulabelle, but my goodness, aren't you wearing your hoop skirt kind of high?
Oh, Mr. Kaiser, you're looking at the floor lamp.
Oh.
Yes, I'm over here, Mr. Kaiser. Honey child, you all?
Say, how long have you been out here in Hollywood, Lulabelle?
Oh, ever since I've been a teeny little old baby.
Well, for being away from the South that long, you sure have an accent.
Well, she gets an awful lot of mail from home.
Yes, he.
Well, you two just sit down on the divan and get acquainted. I'll see you later. Oh, my Lulabelle. You look more like Hedy Lamarr every day.
Hedy Lamarr? Doggone, I sure wish I had my glasses. Say, Miss Lulabelle, what would you say if I were to pinch your cheek?
I'd say slowpoke.
Hey, George, Gracie, where is Oh, no, Kaiser and Sagwell necking.
Well, who is it? Who's there, Lulabelle?
Lulabelle?
Yes, I'm Lulabelle, and Mr. Kaiser wants to make love to me. Now, get out of here. You all Bill, sir?
Oh, no, this I gotta see. I'll just sit down here beside you. Go right ahead, kid.
Bill, where were we, Mr. Kaiser?
I was about to pinch your cheek.
Go ahead.
My, what a smooth, soft skin.
Thanks, I owe it all to Swan.
What?
Swan, the new white floating soap. There's 4 soaps in one, Kay. The soap for bathing the baby, for your own hands and face, and for dishes and light laundry. 4 swell soaps in one.
Well, Mr. Whoever you are, I'd certainly appreciate it if you'd go away and leave me alone with my Lulabelle.
Well, all right, Kay, but before I go, I'd like to tell you how much I enjoy your program.
Well, thank you.
I love it when you say, yes, bathe, chillin', yes, bathe.
I don't say that.
Well, you ought to, Kay. Swan's great for bathing chillin'. Doctors recommend it. They know Swan's pure as fine cast steel, and they know Swan's so mild it's kind even to a little baby's tender skin. When a soap is that mild, must be swell for your hands and face, your complexion.
Oh, don't pay him no mind, Mr. Kaiser. Let's get on with our hugging. Come here, man.
Oh, you're breaking me in two.
That reminds me, Kay. Did you know that Swan breaks in two?
Oh, stop.
No, I mean it. You put half in the bathroom for your hands and face tub or shower.
Let go.
And half in the kitchen for dishes and light laundry.
Make her let go.
Oh, not me, Kay. Now that she's got a man, it'll be safe for me to leave my window open at night.
Oh,
Bill. Say, what's going on in that room?
Well, George, you wouldn't believe it if your mammy done told you. So long.
I see. What's he talking about?
Well, Kay Kaysers in there with Lulabelle.
Oh, the dog.
The dog? Oh, yes. It looks like everything is settled. What sort of a present should we give them?
Present? Well, we might buy Lulabelle's license.
Oh, she's had a license in her hope chest for years.
Hope chest?
Look, well, good night, folks. I'm getting out of here.
What's the matter, Kay?
I just found my glasses.
What?
Yes, sir. Brother, that Lulabelle's a dog.
He's a little bit crazy, isn't he? What did he expect, a trained seal?
Yeah. He's silly, isn't he?
Yeah. I think I'll have a look at Lulabelle. Maybe we can...
No, wait, George.
Tootsie Sagwell.
Quick, Tootsie, roll over and wag your tail.
So that's it.
Burns and Gracie will be back in a second, which is all the time I need to pass along the good word to you gals. And from now on, every time you take a pound of used kitchen fat to your butcher's, you'll not only get paid for it, but you'll get 2 ration points. 2 brown meat points for every pound of used fat you turn in. And I don't have to tell you how valuable 2 brown points are. And I hope I don't have to tell you how much your used fats mean to winning the war. From those waste fats comes glycerin. And that glycerin is needed for medicines for our men at the front. Medicines to relieve pain, medicines to prevent infection. For instance, you've heard of the famous sulfa drugs. Well, some of them are made with glycerin. The glycerin from your used fats. So turn in your waste fats and get those extra ration points. Remember, 2 pounds, 4 points for every pound. Remember, too, every tablespoon of waste fat you save may save a life. Here's Gracie.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks, but we're a little late. Good night.
Tune in next Tuesday for Burns and Gracie over your Columbia station. This is Bill Goodwin saying...